Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Good News Podcast, where faith, truth, and transformation meets. I'm your host, Privileged Truth, and today we're diving into a topic that could change the way you love and the way you feel love. That's right, we're talking about the 5 love languages. Now, you may have heard about them before. Maybe you've even taken the test. Maybe you've read the book, or maybe this is brand new to you. Either way, stick with me because understanding these love languages can take your relationships, romantic, family, friendships, even your relationship with yourself to a whole new level. And most importantly, it can help us love the way God designed us to. So, in this episode, we're going to break down what the 5 love languages are, why they matter, and what you can expect from this series. Then, in the next 5 episodes, we'll explore each love language in depth, what it looks like, how to speak it, and what happens when we don't. What are the 5 love languages? You see, God created us to give and receive love, but the way we express it isn't always the way someone else feels it. Make sense? Let me say it again. God created us to give and receive love, but the way we express it isn't always the way someone else feels it. That's where the 5 love languages come in. Dr. Gary Chapman introduced this concept, and it's been helping people understand relationships ever since. Here's the deal. There are 5 main ways we express and receive love. One is words of affirmation. The next is acts of service. Then we have receiving gifts. Then quality time. Then there's physical touch. With words of affirmation, if this is your love language, hearing things like, I appreciate you, you're amazing, or even a heartfelt, I love you, makes you feel valued. Words build you up. Those are words of affirmation. That's your love language. Acts of service, some people feel love through actions, not just words, but doing something that shows love, like helping with a task or cooking a meal or taking a burden off of their plate, to them, that's more of love to them than a person who's just going to tell them, oh, you're amazing. They're like, yeah, really? Well, show me something. Show me your act of service. They want to see it in action. So if that's you, then that's your love language. Then we have receiving gifts. Now, before you think this is all about a materialistic thing, it's really not. A person who love language is receiving gifts, it's about the thoughtfulness. You know how they always be like, oh, it was the thought that mattered. That's what that's about. A small, meaningful gift, a surprise coffee, or something that just show, I was thinking about you. Speaks volumes to these individuals. You know, it's funny though, because I'm pretty sure some of y'all sitting out there like me, like, that's me, and that's me, and that's me. We're going to talk deeper about them to the point you'll be able to pinpoint more so which love language is you more than the rest. With that being said, our next one would be quality time. Now, quality time, this one is about attention. Putting the phone down, making eye contact, spending undistracted time together. This is an expression of love for those who primary love language is quality time. It's not about what you're doing, but who you're with and how present you are in that moment. So don't be that person who goes out to eat and then you're on your phone the whole time. Because your partner may be a person whose love language is quality time. And if it is, how you think they feel? Very disrespected and unloved. With that being said, let's go to the next one, which is physical touch. Last but not least, some people feel the deepest connection through touch. Whether it's a hug or a hand on their shoulder or someone patting them on the back or just sitting close to someone, cuddling. It's about feeling secure and connected through this physical presence of their partner. Now, as I went through these, did one of them stand out to you? Maybe 2. That's because We all have primary love languages, and sometimes a secondary one too. And when we don't receive love in the way we understand it best, we can start feeling unloved, even when love is present. With that being said, why do the 5 love languages even matter? Well, understanding love languages is important in every kind of relationship. Think about it. If you're speaking Spanish and the other person is speaking French, you might both be saying, I love you, but neither one of you really understand each other, right? Same thing happens in relationships. You might be showing love in the way that you understand it, but if that's not the way that the other person received love, they might not even recognize the love that you're giving. So not only do they feel the lack of love, you're feeling the unappreciation from the love that you're giving. See, the Bible tells us to love one another, but love isn't just a feeling. I believe I said this in another episode, if you've been following. I believe I mentioned that before. It's not just a feeling, it's an action. 1 John 3:18 says, Dear children, let us not love with words or speech, but with actions and in truth. So, when we learn the love languages, we're actually learning how to love better, more intentionally, and more effectively. What's coming up in this series? Now that we laid the foundation, here's what's next. Over the next 5 episodes, we're going to break down each love language individually. We'll talk about how each love language is expressed. We'll look at biblical examples of how God shows love in different ways. We'll discuss how to recognize when this is someone's love language. And we'll explore practical ways to speak it fluently in your relationships. And let me tell you, some of y'all are going to have some light bulb moments, man. You're going to realize why certain relationships have been strained, why you felt unseen, or why certain gestures meant more to you than others. But most importantly, you're going to learn how to strengthen the way you love and the way you receive it. So do me a favor. Take a moment to think about your own relationships. How do you naturally express love? How do you like to receive it? And if you don't know, don't worry. We're going to figure it out together. But how about you guys do me a favor right now? Like, comment, and subscribe so that we can push this algorithm around so more people can learn these lessons of love and these lessons of marriage and relationships that I've been teaching. I would love to share this with the world. So if you guys can do me a favor and just smash that thumb. You too. I see you. Smash it right now. All right. So, in closing, guys, that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in to the Good News Podcast. If you're excited about this series, make sure you subscribe, follow, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. And don't forget to check out our website for updates and extra resources. You guys can check me out at the Good News Truth. That's TRU7H.press. That's a website for us to go to where we can interact with each other or just interact by yourself. If you need prayer, you can go in there, request prayer from me. I'm setting up a Discord. I will also be coming back with the information for Discord as well. In the meanwhile, love, peace, and blessings. I'll see you guys soon. This is Privy Truth signing out.